some of you might know, yesterday was my birthday, and that shit was fire. Honestly, I probably had the best birthday. Honestly, I probably had like the best day that I've had in a really long time, like a really long time. So before we jump into this next this next Code Vein video, I just want to let you guys know some of the stuff that I got for my birthday. Some cool shit. I got a new pair of Beat Studio Buds Plus because my old ones I've been using basically since these ones came out, and they're like scuffed and scratched up, and I only have one of them, and then this one also is like really messed up battery life. I mean, I accidentally ran over those with a vehicle when I was back delivering pizzas and shit. Like, man, those joints have been through it, so I was like, it's about time we get some new ones. That was a Christmas or birthday gift, excuse me, rather, to myself. Then come over here, shout out to my local game store. My uncle was able to get this for me. I've actually been looking forward to playing the remake, and I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with the remakes that they do, because Konami is like, man, they suck as a company, but they're trying to come back now with the Silent Hill series and stuff like that. But again, on the other end, it's like, whew, bro, you guys have tarnished Metal Gear Solid. I'm waiting for them to do other freaking Metal Gear Solid remakes. They keep on doing 3, and it's a great game. It's a fantastic game. You know, it's highly beloved for a reason. But I need a Peace Walker remake, bro. Last one we got was on PS3. I need a Special Ops remake. I need MGS 1 and 2 remake, and like the newer styles of stuff. Like, that would be insane. So please give me that. We still never get our volume 2 of those remakes and shit from back in the day. So if we can get something like that, that'd be great. But I'm eternally grateful for this, because this just has history with me and my family. Even like my dad, like one of the first games I ever got a chance to play was the very first Metal Gear Solid game, and then eventually I went back and I played Metal Gear 1 and 2. Never beat those games, but I did play them, and I'm just like, whew, I just love the entire MGS series, the whole Metal Gear franchise, and it was one of the original games that got me to love stealth gameplay so much, alongside the original Hitman series. So, I mean, I just grew up on some good old classics, you know? A lot of you guys know I'm into Magic the Gathering. Well, you guys are starting to learn this on the channel. I'll bring more of that content to the channel as, you know, we grow. I got me a new playmat that's Fallout themed. You know, Fallout is getting some love right now on the channel. I felt like it's only appropriate, it's only right we get a Fallout themed playmat. It's a black stitched playmat, something we can just, you know, play Magic the Gathering on, or any other card games for that matter. You got I think this is the it's not the T51, correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the T45 from Metal Gear from Fallout 3. Here, is it gonna, there we go. Yeah, I think that's the T45 or something like that for Fallout 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, pretty cool. It's about 28 bucks. Not that it's important. Then I got some playmat holders. This is really cool. You know, can hold 2 in here, pretty big. I have 2 other ones, but they're singular ones, and you got to really roll them up pretty tight. This one seems to be a lot more simple of a solution, so I decided to get that because, you know, they're kind of on the more inexpensive side of a gift for myself. You know, I did a whole bunch of gift giving to myself this year, and that's fine. You know, as an adult, 26 years old, it just felt great. It felt great to do, and it felt all special, all in general. Also, a quick note about these things. I don't know if you guys grew up on this type of stuff, but back in the day, they used to make controllers for the PlayStation 1 and 2 that had this translucent type of vibe to it. freaking love those. I usually love products that have it. I just don't like it when it's just straight up clear. I would have liked to have it as a red or a white translucent or even a blue. I don't like blue as a color personally, but even a blue, like just something that's just not entirely clear. But it's all good. It's entirely all good. It's great. I mean, that I think I explained that's the reason why I got this Xbox controller a few months ago, is because it kind of reminded me of those old PlayStation controllers. But that's the reason as to why I got this specific one when it came to the Beat Studio Buds, that I can just put over here to the side. I was over at I did a lot of little going around. I was over at Target, and y'all know I'll be collecting figures. Y'all can see it over there. If not, here I could move the camera a little bit. You can see it on that end. I be collecting figures and shit. I got Super Saiyan God Goku. I got Rose, Goku Black. I got Blue Goku, even though I'm not that big of a fan of Blue Goku. But I got it because, you know, it's a fire-ass figure. And they're all like adjustable. I can put them in different poses and stuff like that. Well, not the God Goku. Those are like more statues. And same thing for the Rose. You got Sasuke over there. I got Naruto the last, and I got another Naruto over there. Matter of fact, hold on. You know, let's take. I know I got Pops and shit over there, but hold on. Let me get this joint set up on my phone real quick. I can actually pull this joint up for you guys right here, real time. By the way, if anybody out there is another creator and you guys are watching me and you're like, how do you get stuff to go and transfer from your phone and have it have like connection over here? Get an app on your computer as well as an app on your phone called Droid Cam. DROID Cam. CAM, all one word, and it allows you to, when you open the apps up simultaneously, you open it up on your phone, you open it up on your computer, they can link, and as long as they're connected to the same internet, or you connect them through like there's a code to there's a method behind it. I don't want to, just bore you with the details, but anyways, there's a way that you could do that, so that way you can, pick up the camera from your phone and it just links seamlessly, and you can have that go through OBS. You can see right here, this is my OBS. You can see my mic audio levels right there. And yeah, so I'm able to just walk over here. You probably can't hear me as well, but that's fine. You have the footage. You can see some of these I 3D printed when I was still in high school. So that's pretty cool, like this one right here. And then some of them I just like repaired, got blue bearings and shit like that. So I got different figures over here. And some of those need to be dusted off, Metal Gear Solid, I was just telling y'all about that. And I got an Omega Shenron, which is super cool, the posters and stuff like that. So, like, yeah, when I say I love anime and I love games and shit, like, I really do. This is some stuff that I used to draw back in the day. Kind of bad, honestly. I could take it down, but I kind of like it for sentimental value. This is some stuff that ex of mine got me, but I don't really give a shit, because the sentimental value to me is that it's the first season of SAO, and that shit is cool as hell. And this is a really major message that I like to tell myself, keep myself going in a positive way, and dig myself out of the holes. No matter what, my heart will forever be yours, talking to myself and God and my wife, and I will fight until the day I see you again, because that's just what I gotta do, man. And I reminisce on those words with my grandmother passing away. It's just so much that the anime can teach you. You see all the different products that I have. Honestly, I could get rid of these. You can see these movies right here. These are not mine. These are actually my wife's. Which you can see, again, we've had them for a while. We've gone through some battles, some scars. But I'm in a different position in my life now that I don't think I'm going to be having those issues with those new ones. And if I do, it's going to be years from now. I got the portal gun. Yeah, bro, I'm cultured over here. I'm cultured. You see, got Stop That Target again, Harry Potter, Monopoly. Look, I don't even got to show y'all all of that, but what I'm saying is I got a lot of stuff over here. Of course, got the pops that always show in the back of my stuff. Cyberpunk figures and shit like that. Gray Fox. OGs know Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid 1. I got a bunch of decks in here. This is my Avatar themed deck from Magic the Gathering, which we'll get to. Some other new cards that I got like a while ago that I'm going to be using sometime very soon. And I got a whole bunch of other classic stuff. And I got my Game Boy SP in there. I got my PSP in there as well. My swords. So I got a bunch of cool stuff. Of course, I got the music equipment and small little stuff. And over here I got my vinyl player, some shit that you don't normally see all the time. Now I got my computer down here, and some other shit right here. But yeah, so this will fit right in at home. I love to collect these figures, and dang, I remember I gave my Itachi away to a homie of mine. It was supposed to be a trade, but it really wasn't that good of a trade. It really wasn't a fair trade to begin with. But honestly, I guess it doesn't really matter all too much, because what I got out of it was pretty cool anyways. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I'll get a Minato. This is actually the first Minato that I've seen in person. I've seen tons of Minatos like out and about, but this is the first Minato, like just regular Minato Namikaze in person. So that was really cool to just find. I have seen in North Carolina before when I was visiting my sister. I have seen one statue that's like super. It was like almost $400 or $500, and it had QB, Minato, and Naruto connected at the fist together, like that iconic scene. And it was like a statue, and it had like the QB aura around them and shit. And I think it had a Kurama figure in the aura form behind them about to do a Biju bomb. And I was like, that's tough. That shit was like $450 or some shit like that. And I was like, yeah, nah, I can't just bust that out, especially because when I seen that was like 2022, bro. Like, I don't make a lot of money, but I'm talking about I was negatives on negatives back then, bro. Like, so there's no fucking way I was about to spend $450 on a figure. I try to make sure that my priorities are pretty straight, especially now, 26, and I'm just trying to take care of my son and my family and all of that. So yeah, that was a really cool birthday gift. Again, kind of birthday gift to myself, low-key birthday gift from my wifey, because she kind of ushered me over to that aisle when we was in the store. Like my uncle was over there, and then she was talking and like looking at stuff over there. And if they wasn't over there doing stuff, I probably wouldn't have even seen that, because I was over there looking at cameras and shit. Because just newsflash for me, I love the way things look. Very, very personal thing for me. I just love aesthetical things, and I'm really trying to get a certain mirrorless camera. It's like $700, $800 or some shit like that, and I've been working on that process for a while. So I was immediately looking over there, but yeah, that fell through. I ended up just getting distracted, and it's whatever. On the note of what I showed you guys already, you know that I like Magic the Gathering. This was a really big thing for me. I know there's a lot of people in the community of Magic the Gathering that hate precons. I don't care, bro. You can go somewhere with your negative self, okay? This is not just a regular ass precon, no. This is the game edition of the Commander deck for the Limit Break. Some people may know this channel used to be called Shadow Cloud TV, and just some history on me. Some of my original channels back in the day would be called Shadow Cloud, and my license plate also says Shadow Cloud on it. In its own way, it's spelled its own way. I'll probably cut that out, but I have Shadow Cloud on a lot of shit in my life, and it's based off of the two people that I find to be maybe some of my favorites, if not my favorites, of all gaming fiction, especially when I was a kid, and that's Cloud from Final Fantasy and Shadow from Sonic. And I just fused the two because one day, I kid you not, the story is the same. You can probably look across multiple hundreds of videos, and I'll tell the story the exact same way each time. Just a random ass moment, and I was like, what if I combine these two? That would sound like a really cool ass name. And then I came up with Shadow Cloud. So a lot of people in the family know me as Shadow Cloud. Some people that are OGs on my channels from 2014, 15, 16, 17 and shit, y'all know Shadow Cloud. And then some of the people that was on this channel in its earlier phase know that this was low-key still Shadow Cloud TV, but I did want to try to reconnect it to the Kenja brand, as that is kind of what I've been trying to move forward with in my life as I've gotten older, and I'm just trying to grow that brand and just grow that so I can make more money for me and my family and just keep it all unified and eventually get back to everybody else out there. So what makes this so special is this is a special edition of the Commander Precon that comes with the original Final Fantasy VII game inside of this. On top of that, it comes, and it tells you right here on the back as well, comes with some pretty pricey promo cards as well. I'll show you guys right here. Some pretty pricey promo cards. Some of you guys already know that. Oh, shoot. For the people that's out there that actually like stay indulged in Magic the Gathering and shit like that. This is a deck that came out basically last June when Final Fantasy hit the scenes and kind of broke the entire community and the entire market for Magic the Gathering. And then pretty much any set that came after that had to struggle to come up. I think the closest we've gotten has probably been Avatar: Last Airbender, to be completely honest. But I digress. It's a deck that I've wanted for a while. I usually build decks by myself, especially you can see all the way over there. I have a bunch of decks that I've personally built by myself. That's like behind me. I've already showed that in the camera footage on my phone. And every now and then there's a pre-con that has a specific or a very, very pinpointed idea that I'm like, okay, this seems really cool. And then I'll look at a lot of the other shit that they have going on in terms of the deck list, because they usually release all the deck list of what's in it so people are informed for their decision of making the purchase and if it's worth it to them or not, and if they're getting the value out of it. Usually pre-constructed decks do come with a pretty decent value, and I say that because a lot of the times if you was to buy all 100 cards within that constructed deck for a commander deck, you're likely going to be spending, you know, $75 $100 or some shit like that. But a pre-constructed deck usually is around the $35 to $55 range, and the individual cards within it are usually a lot more money. For this in particular, because it's a special edition of it, it was a little bit more pricey, but it didn't break $100. And on top of that, I know that there are like 3 or 4 cards in here alone that break 30 40 bucks. So just right off of that, I make like half of my money back in 2 3 4 cards. Not to mention all the other stuff, and that's if I decided to sell it again one day or some shit like that, because you know there's always some value in these cards, especially with it being Magic the Gathering. But add on top of that, it's just a cool concept that I've been super interested in. I feel like I've been rambling and yapping about Magic for a while, and you can tell how passionate I am about this shit. But yeah, Cloud, having the whole deck themed around him, awesome. And then there's the other versions that's in here that I can swap shit out. But something that I love to do is I will take a pre-constructed deck, again, if it has a specified theme that I'm looking for or that just piques my interest, and then I'll tweak it. It's called upgrading, but I'll basically gut the deck in its own way. I'll take a bunch of some of the fluff out and then put my own shit in there and make it like a tier 4, and then just have fun with that shit. I did that with the Terra for Final Fantasy 5, 4, something like that. I can't, shit, what game was she from? I can't remember what game Terra is from off the top of my head right now for some reason. But the Terra had a themed pre-constructed deck around her, and I know that fuck, bro, it's gonna piss me off. I'm gonna have to look it up. But I know that the game that she's from, she's one of like a entire cast of main characters, because there's different stories that go on in that Final Fantasy game specifically, and it doesn't do that for like any other Final Fantasy games in the entire series. It's just like her game isn't actually her game. It's like everybody else's game in the main cast. And they share a pretty decent amount, if not equal, screen time and character development and stuff. And they're like very clearly not treated as side characters. They're very clearly all main characters of the story. But I did the same thing with hers and her deck, and you could see it's like it's not even the same deck, nor is it the same power level. I'm going to be doing the exact same thing with this, and I'm super excited to get into that. And that's going to be like a week-long process, if not longer. Just because I've been keeping an eye on that product and that theme for a while. I already know, okay, equipments matter and da-da-da-da. So I was just super excited. That's a really big find for me, and it was the last one and the only one that they had in the store. So that's a really big find for me. And shit, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to play through the original Final Fantasy VII, because I would freaking love to. I haven't played the OG Final Fantasy VII since I was a child, bro. Since I was a child. There's a lot of games that you'll hear me mention that I've played before, but I don't remember the ins and outs of it because I was a literal child when those games came out. So I can just tell you a lot of the games that was there, but I can't tell you every single bit and piece of it. And I might like act or react quote unquote brand new, but to me it's almost a new experience because I literally have a different level of consciousness and conscientiousness as a 26-year-old man. So my perspective on things are like entirely different now, which is why you know, I have some games and some things that I'll be like, just slip my mind, like, oh yeah, I don't remember that I played that, and I'll be like, I haven't played that, and then somebody calls me out, I'll be like, you said you played that before. You very well might be true. I might have said that I played that before. Do I remember playing it? Probably not. Damn, I need to fix my camera, bruh. I need to fix my camera. What the hell? Okay, focus in. I feel like the room is kind of crooked a little bit. See, I'm too focused on it right now. Okay, let's move it over a little bit. Nah, whatever, it's fine. It's fine enough, right? It's fine enough. It's a webcam. I just do my best to make the webcam actually look pretty good, which I think I do a pretty good job at making the webcam look pretty good. So anyways, yeah. And then to kind of peek and end things off a little bit, you know, had my ended up getting some sleeves and shit like that to go along with the actual deck. You know, if you're inside of Magic Gathering, you know, you got to get some sleeves and shit like that. That's how you get some shit. And then I ended up getting a Dolmen Gate to go along with the deck, prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to attacking creatures you control. And I got the Buster Sword because, like, bruh, I can't have this deck without the Buster Sword. Come on. I've already known that was going to be in my collection since then. Again, since last year, I was like, whenever I get a hold of this deck or build it entirely from scratch myself, I gotta pull the trigger on that. And then my mom, God bless her, she was able to give me inside of my card, which I won't show, and it's just for me. And also, don't expect me to do this every birthday. It's kind of just whenever. I swear this birthday has just been like the best day that I've experienced from front to back, at least so far, from front to back, even with a hiccup in there, in a long time. I feel like it's been the best day that I've had in... It just felt like a refresh. It just basically felt like a refresh. On God, it did, bro. I just had so much shit piling up, and it's just like, it just felt like a huge breath of fresh air, a huge refresh, and a way to refocus my mind. And I just had a goal, and I was gonna dedicate myself to that. I was gonna record this video, I was gonna record this thing, I was gonna record this shit, this thing, and this thing, and this thing. And I was able to do that, and it felt great to be able to stay dedicated to that. And I was like, yo, we're gonna go out all day, we're gonna drive around, we're gonna go visit some family, we're gonna get on the phone, talk to who we need to talk to. And that's what I did, and I kept consistent to that. And I just kept the positive vibes. I kept pushing forward, kept the positive vibes. And I love that. So anyways, back to my mom. She got me this really awesome thing, just of candy. I haven't had Jolly Ranchers in, it feels like, forever. And she knows I love gummy worms. She got me. She knows I love sour, quote unquote sour, gummy worms. I literally haven't like bought candy for myself in forever. Like the snacks that I would buy now is like beef jerky. Or some nuts, like, you know, pistachios, cashews, just salted peanuts, or just regular ass, you know, roasted peanuts, or just regular peanuts or some shit. Or shit, I don't even know what else. Like I don't get a lot of sweet stuff in, like, when I'm at the store. To me, in my head, I'm like, okay, my budget does not allow me to get all these other stuff. I can't do this right now. So it's just really great. I'm very grateful. This is going to last me a while because I also don't eat sweets a whole bunch anymore. Just a little lore drop. You know, growing up, I wasn't always able to take care of my teeth very well, and I still don't have enough money to really do that myself. I don't have insurance and shit like that. So I'm trying to get to that point in my life. And I've been extremely self-conscious about my teeth. Not that like I'm embarrassed about things, because newsflash, for me, it's really hard to embarrass me because I just don't get embarrassed. You know, I'm just very cool and collected with my own thing. You literally cannot peer pressure me to do anything at all. I don't care how much somebody talks shit. I just have like an immensely high ceiling of a filter that's just like, I don't give a fuck. You cannot make me get so uncomfortable and am I out of my element where I feel embarrassed. If I'm a human being. If I mess up at something, I kind of just humble myself and like, yeah, that shit happens. I'm a human. You know, so whenever I start to get that emotion of feeling embarrassed, I kind of just take a moment, I breathe, and I'm like, it's not that deep. I get out of my head almost instantly, because I used to do it so often that I told myself, as I get older, I can't let this literally take over my life. So yeah, just quick little lore drop. But yeah, that's really sweet. And then she gave me a $50 gift card to go out to a certain restaurant, and I was able to go out with two friends of mine, my older brother, and my wife, and my little son. And that was just super cool. I really appreciated her being able to help out with that. I really do wish that she could have been a part of that, but she was just real tired. She had already ate. But I'm gonna make sure that I get a good day to just be able to spend with my mom, because you know, life is just getting on and older and older, and it's slipping away from all of us. So, you know, I just take this moment to say thank you for the people that's new on this channel, as I've been posting every day, and I take this channel extremely serious, and I have a goal to make this channel be the one that people really connect with me on and make it far exceed any of my other channels. And the place that you get, you know, the more peeled back version of who Kenja is, the more peeled back version of this internet bullshit fame shit, and we can just chill and vibe as a community. We enjoy the video games we play, we check out some trailers, you know, we talk about music, we talk about family, we talk about struggles, all of that shit, you know. And I teach other people just through how I am and my energy that they can do the same thing in their own ways and apply it to themselves in any way that they see personally fit for themselves. And if they just need a safe space to go to, hey, that's what we're here for. You can be negative all you want to. It don't matter. It's not breaking me down, brother. There's nothing you can say that's going to break me down. You can say what you want to say about my skin color, the way I speak. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm sitting up here. God woke me up for another morning. I got a beautiful ass wife. I got some beautiful ass dogs, and I don't know you. So nothing that you could ever say to me will ever faze me. And you just got to tell some negative people in your life the same thing. Even if they talk to you in person, it's like, have you spent a day with me? Nigga, do you even know me? So I say that to say I had a wonderful birthday. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes on the channel through the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed that little birthday special of a video that I dropped, you know, just introducing you guys to my music for the fans that are of this channel. And please, you know, go over and check out the official music channel. More music is constantly always coming on that channel. I want you to realize that the personalities don't change. It's not just like, oh, I'm this hard ass rap dude, or on this channel it's like, nah, bro. It's been a steady progression, and I'm very comfortable with who I am. And that's why it's like, damn, this dude has a small channel, but he's super comfortable on camera and shit. It's like, yeah, because I've been doing this for a long time. And I'm taking this very serious. I'm just trying to grow this, man. I'm just connecting with you. Hope you had a wonderful day. I had a great day, and I know that I was yapping for like 30 minutes. So if you was able to sit here throughout this entire thing, I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless your life. God bless your family. Stay safe out there, because the world is a crazy ass place. Peace. More than survival. Maybe we'll never achieve it. Maybe it's entirely out of hand. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to understand.